Okay. So, I can do this, so I'm going to go over the background one more time just so everyone understands here. So, Beric Dayne, who died last session, he was the Lord of House Dayne and of the Torrentine from the start of the game. Saw much tragedy. Arthur died at the Tower of Joy. He ruled for many years and died at 70. He was a very good man. He spent his time trying to administer his holdings and ensure that his granddaughter, before she died, and now his grandson, who's a good lad, 9 years old, he's a solid guy, a bit rough, but solid. He wished for him to inherit. Ulrich was a bold villain. He did all manner of schemes. He tried to kill his wife. He had no honor at all. So we banished him from our court in Starfall. He came back several times, and every time we found out, we banished him once more, and we denounced him publicly. Though, according to the laws of men, he still has the right to inherit as the son of Beric Dayne. When he arrived back in Starfall after word of Beric Dayne, his father's death, he intended fully to take on rule in the kingdom, the lordship of the Torrentine. However, every one of the vassals hates him and Lord Beric Dayne, his father, and therefore loves Arthur, and wishes to see him inherit. Darius Sand, the Red Steels, all of the knights of House Dayne would support Arthur, but they know he does have the right to inherit. So they do the only thing that they can. Young Arthur's teacher, who will become more and more like a father figure to him as he grows older, with the backing of all the other lords of the Torrentine, demanded a trial by combat with Ulrich Dayne. If Ulrich wins here, he will have the right to rule and will continue. But if he dies, it will be his son who inherits. Therefore, we will have a trial by combat. Look at some good music here. I arrive at the designated spot in Starfall in good time and find Lord Devon waiting for me, along with the rest of the court. All the lords of the Torrentine have come for this. Whatever else he may be, Devon is fit to fight and willing to risk meeting me man to man. The formalities are brief. We all know why we're here, and we're long past the point of talking. Weapons are given, and our retinues retreat to observe from a safe distance. May the best man win. For a few brief moments, Lord Dev and I pace in a lazy half circles, each watching for an opening. I heft my sword, ready to defend myself, while he clutches his spear firmly to hand. Only one of us is walking away from here today, and I intend for it to be me. With a sudden twitch, our bout begins. Devon retaliates with a smooth, flowing series of thrusts and jabs. Each strike forcing me back a little more. Like, I'd want to lose this, but like I also don't. So we'll play it like he's trying to win. I leap into action, launching a flurry of quick slashes, driving myself hard against Devon's guard, wearing him down with each expertly timed strike. Devon is famed for his abilities with a spear, and he reminds me of this, with a perfect flowing chain of thrusting jabs, punctuated by the occasional terrifying piercing thrust. My form is good, with only small areas, and Devon's stance is incredible. My opponent's guard is fierce, and I feel far from victory. Heft your sword! My sword flows around Devon like water. each strike chaining fluidly into the next. A series of perfectly timed attacks. With surprising speed, Devon unleashes a piercing thrust to his spear, nearly knocking my sword loose. My form is good, with only small errors, and Devon's stance is formidable. My opponent is still holding off my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. Spotting a weakness, I throw myself at Devon, thrusting my sword and driving him back, with only one piercing thrust. Devon counters with a fierce hail of thrusting jabs, almost running me through repeatedly. My opponent's guard is fierce, and I feel far from victory. We're gonna try and kick him. That's some shit Ulrich would do. With all the fury I can muster, I launch a blistering kick for my opponent's shin, only to feel my balance give out utterly as I completely miss, sending my body hurling after the errant foot. With unimpeded access to my back, it's easy enough for Devon to run me through. I topple into the dirt, landing on my side, hacking and wheezing through snapped bones and torn organs. So much pain, fading to cold, fading to numbness, fading to nothing. And with that, Lord Ulrich will fail in his attempt to take back his claim of the kingdom of the Torrentine. Lord Devon, the man, Beric Dayne, trained to guard over his grandson and to ensure he would come to no harm, has honored his word and honored his pledge. Most trusted companion and friend, as well as his own guardian, Lord Devon, who we will let him have that holding. I think that's fine. So it will be effectively them who rule in his stead. Let's take a look at their stats really quickly so we kind of know how he'll be ruling. Lord Devon is brave, authoritative, and chaste. He's really a model knight. He's everything you would expect a knight of House Dayne to be. A good man, young too at 36, a very capable fighter who will train young Arthur in warfare. And then Felix of Fluxstone, who is a gregarious, rude, but compassionate man, who I think we're gonna make our Chancellor. Our Castellan will be Devon, of course. Our steward will be Lord Arthur. Again, all these guys are the ones who work together to put him in power. And our marshal, we will give to Lady Elise. She's not a very good one, but she supported Arthur. She supported this group, so she'll be sitting on the council as well. And for our spy master, we will choose Lord Davos of the Elbow. So all of our vassals have power, essentially. Damn. We'll have Devon oversee the realm of a tight grip on power. The looks of Fluxstone will work to keep things good on the administrative and diplomatic end. Lord Arthur will see to the development of Starfall and our cities. We'll increase control in High Hermitage. And I think we're good. All right. Get my sound set up here. Alrighty. Do we have anything else to do right now? Do not. Our mother can marry. She's still in our court. Almodus Ellyrium. She was almost murdered by our father, Aluric. He chased her out of court. Where is she right now? She's here. Okay, so Almodus is still around then. She is crazy, though. So Arthur Dayne's mother is a lunatic. She is batshit crazy. We have Dawn. Can we actually wield it? No, we can't. Okay, good. And we will go. We have our maester. We have our courtsmith who's still Felix. Oh, what happened? Hateful House Illyrian is now in the hands of Rion, a lord surely just as wicked as his predecessors. Everyone knows of Rion's reciprocated rivalry with Beric. But what of the future? So our mother's house, Illyrian, is feuding with our house now, because they know that our father Ulrich tried to murder them, murdered our mother. This is getting kind of complicated, so Lord Rion and the Illyrians, who we're related to, this is our grandfather, I believe. No, this is our uncle. Uncle Lord Rion. Yes, is feuding with our family over this. We're gonna try and end it, though. So obviously this was a miscommunication that came, well, not miscommunication. This was due to the actions of our father Ulrich. So we'll try and end this if we can. I mean, all the vassals, they're good people. They knew Beric didn't want this. So we'll try and end the rivalry if we can. And we did. So obviously, given Ulrich is gone, they're going to set aside old differences since, you know, his nephew rules in Starfall now. What's up, Lollipop? Half-siblings? And yep, we'll go ahead and go. I want to make him, can he become a squire yet? Yes, he can. Can we become the squire of... Yes. We're going to become Devon's squire. Wonderful. So we are his ward and his squire. Lord Devon of Sunbridge Forge has taken me on as her squire. My journey to knighthood begins now. I am so excited for it. Let's also get him some clothes that are a little better. Those look way too... Well, we are in Doran, aren't we? Now that I think about it. We'll go with that. Dude, look at this kid's fucking eyes. Those are the eyes of a child who's seen way too much. Jesus. That's intense. We're good. I'm going to start marking the important people so I don't have to keep looking around in menus for them. I'll go ahead and pin him. Oh, we do have him here. Our father, Erlich. He's dead. The Blackmonts. Dorn. Darius Sand. Arthur, Felix, and Devon. We have them already. All good to go. We just got trained. Doriana has given birth to a daughter. What relation does she have? House Brook. Beric had a bastard? No, that was his second wife. Oh shit, before Beric died, he actually had a child with his second wife, apparently. Doriana Sand. Or, am I getting this right? Wait, that wasn't his wife. we be working on? We're a young kid, so we only have Rowdy. So this goes. Lord Devon of Sunbreak Forge, my knight has instructed me to supervise the training of several young pages and courtiers today. While it's not their first lesson, they are still very green when it comes to swordsmanship. I've decided to do some basic drills and partner them all up with each other for practice. One lad, however, doesn't have a partner, so I've been practicing with him. To put things nicely, he is completely hopeless. I don't think he can even hold a sword properly. The rest of the group keeps watching us, and I'm getting tired of having to hold myself back so this slacker can feel good. Harsh lessons or patience? He's rowdy, so we'll give him a harsh lesson, I think. Kind of always hard to figure out like character traits for kids, because when you're a child, I don't know. In my opinion, people barely develop personalities until they're older. Let's also go meet our peers too. Everyone is here. As all the small lords and ladies are ushered into the room, I feel myself growing giddier and giddier. I'm thrilled that my vassal, Lord Emion, and Cullen, the son of Lord Franklin of Princess Pass, could both make it. Not to mention my cousin Conran, Illyrian. Welcome. Poor kid gets into fights. Yeah, I think he's taking out a bit. Might be someone's bastard. Note that was Barrack, so our grandfather's second wife's daughter. So it'd be our half aunt, I think, is what that would be. I think. Stole his father's son. Yep. Oh, this is a shitty event, actually. God, we are. Oh no, this is the worst event you could actually get in CK3 for being raised as a child, in my opinion. You stupid little troll! Why must you always be in my way? I'm going to teach you a lesson, Morris explains, reaching out for a nearby cudgel. What have I done wrong? I only wanted to see Morris was doing. He's approaching rapidly, raising the club in air. If you tell anyone who did this to you, I'll make sure you perish. He grins. So this dude's about to beat the shit out of us. He's like a guildsman in the city of Starfall. Oh boy. So we can become solitary, we can become paranoid, or we can become a craven. We're rowdy. I think solitary or rowdy would, or paranoid would make sense here. Yeah, this is the worst event in my opinion you can get as a kid. Like, goddamn. I mean, it's literally just like getting abused, right? Getting the shit beat out of you. Today, Lord Devon and I are going to practice combat while on horseback. It's something we have both been looking forward to. Though, while I was in the stables last night, I heard Lord Devon and Stablemaster going over the practice route. I know every single obstacle. I would say the only people we really trust would be Lord Devon. We trust him, even though he killed our fucking father. We would trust him. We grew up with him. And we trust Lord Felix and Lord Arthur. I'd say these are the only guys we'll trust going forward. Everyone else we would be very paranoid of. And if they do anything against us ever, we just won't trust anyone after that. So that's how we're going to do this, I think. Because people who get like childhood abuse like that tend to like place like utter trust in like that. A couple people, typically, I think. So I think we'll go with that. Does mod allow a new sword of the morning? It does, yes. I spent the past hour meticulously scrubbing an unending layer of filth off the old sword belonging to my knight, Lord Devon. I'm not sure what my master used this sword for, but it's clear that it has been long neglected. Nonetheless, never turned off that mod, by the way, so I do want to do that real quick. Because all the other AI can actually just duel whoever they want right now, and we need to turn that off before it causes issues. Thought you were the wall. That was from the... This is a different game. This is the House Dayne game I'm continuing. That was the multiplayer one that ended around an hour ago. His father also tried to kill his mother, which would leave Arthur's to Arthur's paranoia. Yeah, it would. Absolutely. Which is why he, again, probably really... Out of anyone, he'd trust, like, the Knight Devon the most. Because he sees him as, like, looking after him. Which he does. Diligent? We'll see. I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to get more bad traits of him. But Devon's a really good guardian. He's got very solid ones. Authoritative, brave, and chaste. Like, he's, again, just a model knight. Which is why Beric Dayne kind of, like, took him in so firmly. Because he knew this would happen. Beric Dayne may be dead, but he planned for a lot of this already. Cool. Wait, no, I'm a dumbass. I literally didn't turn off the mod. The ones around Arthur will do their best to raise him. They're all really good people. He is lucky in that sense. He has gotten very lucky with like all the lords. But even Beric Dayne was a very good honorable man, and he attracted people like that. day. We're rowdy. We are paranoid. I think our paranoia here would make us work harder because, like, if we can't, like, use a sword well, I mean, our father died because he wasn't a good enough swordsman to defend himself. For good or bad, his character aside. We know in this land that if you do not surround yourself with strong walls, if you don't have good banners to aid you, and if you have no great skill in sword, you will die very easily. So I think Lord Arthur here would work harder, because primarily out of paranoia and fear more than anything else. It's not a good reason to do it, but I think that makes a lot of sense. What's up, Pigeon? How's it going? Thank you for the raid, man. Good to see you, dude. How's it going? Were you streaming Hoi 4, man? What were you streaming? So, folks, I'm Hammurabae. I am a roleplay streamer. A little bit different than Pigeon here. A lot of bit different from Pigeon here, but I do roleplay streams primarily, all the Paradox games, Hoi, CK3, Vicky3, and CK3 mainly these days. Appreciate that raid. Can one of my mods give a shout out to Pigeon? He also has a really cool YouTube channel. If I have a mod who would be willing to go grab that from him and link that here. If anyone would be willing to do that. Hoi 4 Ragnarok mod. I actually don't know that one. What is that one? World versus US Germany. They declare in 41. Oh boy. How'd that go? Did you survive? I will go grab his YouTube. I wanna link that. Pigeon has some really good Hoi 4 tutorials. If you play Hoi. Go find it. If you like Hoi 4, I recommend you check out his channel. It's really good. Oh, there we go. You got it before I did. You did survive. Hell yeah, man. Glad to hear that. Lord Devon tells me that a good knight can identify any man of the heraldry on his shield. We already had this one, and we got it, so I'll just do it again. Lannisters, Martells, and Tyrells. This is a ongoing game as House Dayne of Starfall. Famous for the Swords of the Morning. They have a meteorite sword called Dawn, and this is a campaign set in the Game of Thrones mod that just came out for CK3. It's been pretty crazy. Arthur here came of age at, and took over as leader at 9 after his grandfather died, and his father tried to take his title back but was killed in a duel. Because our grandfather, Beric Dayne, exiled our father after he tried to kill our mother, Arthur Dayne, this guy. And when he returned home, our mentor and guardian, Lord Devon, killed our father in single combat, so... Notably, he also just got, like, the shit beat him out of him as a child, so he's super paranoid. It's kind of a tragic story so far, honestly. Play Hoi 2. He's got some tutorials for this. Hell yeah. We're in 41 and most of mainland Europe, but it's a slog. AI is like 40 divs per child. Jesus Christ. It's one of those mods. Fuck. Well, good on you, man. I can't do that level of micro anymore. I don't like it too much, but... Ragnarok's one of the harder mods, I think, for Hoi 4, right? I think I do remember something about that. As I look upon a young pantler walking by, sweaty with labor, but I blush on her cheeks. I am entranced. What is this feeling? This longing. Cool. We are heterosexual. Our income is still actually not too bad. There's all those, the beekeeping that Beric Dayne built up. It's a lot of income. We were trained in swordsmanship and we did very well, so the training helped us. Our prowess is up to 12. We'll be able to meet our peers one more time before we come of age, too. Man, I can't wait till the Ward DLC comes out. The Ward, the Wards and Warden DLC is the one I'm really looking forward to CK3. So there'll actually be like a lot of flavor for educating children, which is so good. I hope they do the villains one after that. I did vote for that when they did the poll, but Wards is also great. green field, and a red fox in a circle of blue flowers. I'll just answer these if I know them. So I know this because of the middle one. As riding huntsman in red is the Tarleys. So this is House Karen, House Tarley, and House Florent. Yep. Yeah, he was pretty arrogant. I think it checks out. Arrogant isn't the worst, but it's not great. Scheme secrecy goes down. General opinion goes down. Opinion of Legion vassals goes down. He gets prestige. He gets a tiny bit of prowess. And he does get a little bit of advantages in mountains. So, not great, not horrible. Our prowess is still only 13. We got trained again. Good. Thank you to follow King Bleezy. And thank you to follow Gaz. Is that Gaz Pale? Gaz Pale. I'm gonna go with that. Thank you to follow. Lord Davos has discovered a spy. Yorma was caught searching for secrets in the darkest corners of your court. That's our Septon. The one who took us out and tried us give money to random people. He must be plotting something. Who sent you? Yorma refuses to expose who they're spying on for you. How do you want to proceed with a traitor? We're not cruel, but we are paranoid. We're gonna banish him. We'll tell him to leave the Torrentine and never return. We have a new Septon. Septon Tommen, who is calm, humble, and generous. I think that's humble. No, callous. Calm, callous, and generous. While putting away some training swords and other practice equipment, I noticed some pages bullying a low-born young stable hand. It seems they caught this stable hand practicing with a training sword and pretending to be a knight. As I'm hanging out with my own equipment, I hear swords drawn and realize these pages are going to fight and likely wound the stable hand with real steel. I'm the only person nearby that can put an end to this. We're arrogant and paranoid. We don't want to get hurt, so we'll just walk away. Do we get a court tutor? We should be using that if we don't. No, I guess not. Nope. That's probably the maester, I'd imagine. Protect. No, I would prefer to take protect. Like, personally, I would very much prefer it. But there's no way an arrogant, paranoid person like Arthur would step in there. There's no way. He's not a coward. But he also would look down on common folk, so. Alright, we got some money. Let's upgrade a holding. No, we're still upgrading our old one. Never mind. Come closer. I have a story I wish to tell you. My guardian Lord Devon says beckon me towards the bonfire. It's a story of when I became friends with Andrew. Yes, my friend. Devon puffs his chest and continues to tell the story as the flames from the bonfire lick the night sky. Those around you, your friends, your advisors, even your rivals, they are the ones who matter. Keep them close, especially your enemies. We'd listen. He's talking about our enemies. We'd fucking listen. Who's at war right now? The Red Steels are at war. Oh no, the Red Steels are fighting with each other. Arthur literally declared war to take land from his uncle. No, from his father. Holy shit, Arthur, what are you doing? We were partly named after Lord Arthur of Arthur Redsteel, and we were partly named after Arthur Dayne, our uncle. And he's a vindictive lackey. Wow. He's stealing land from his father right now. My knight, Lord Devon, has instructed me to clean his armor this afternoon. According to him, it needs a little bit of polishing before it's ready. He's counting on me to clean it, so it looks good before he goes over some basic strategies with some young pages tomorrow. As I enter the armor, I find his, this is the same one as before. Take me the entire afternoon to clean this up. I had other plans tonight, and these plans did not include the cleaning up of armor. So this isn't about us, like, going and trading. This is just about us fucking off and doing what we want. We're arrogant, so we're gonna make a servant do it for us. And do whatever the fuck we were gonna go do. Damn, this is actually... Who's winning? Yeah, Arthur is winning. Jesus, he's a torturer. We improved in our horse riding. I just recently got into CK3, so I'm here to see what's going on in the Game of Thrones gameplay. It's a great mod, Looper 4. If you like Game of Thrones, if you like CK3, I'd honestly go straight to the mod if I was you, but depends how much you like Game of Thrones. It's really good. Some differences from vanilla, but nothing too crazy. His father is a torturer. He's protecting the peasants. Yeah, that could be. Actually. Lord Devon and I spent all day trading from sunrise to sundown. He put me through all sorts of drills. As we're pecking up, he spins me around, gives me a cloud in the ear, telling me I'm not here in the castle halls. However, when I approach her with my feelings, she turns me down with a laugh, crushing my heart under her feet as she walked away. What's up, Hunger Pig? How you doing? Stubborn. Vengeful or stubborn? I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads is vengeful, tails is stubborn. Tails? We will be stubborn. It seems I have most of the day left to my discretion. Even my knight and mentor, Lord Devon, did not leave me any taxing responsibilities, which is a relief, considering we've been training at arms intensely these past few days. I'm not sure what to do with my time. One thought that crossed my mind would be to continue practicing with Lord Devon, and I were training these last few days. I'd be the only one in the training yard, but if I want to be a knight one day, I must keep my skills sharp. We're paranoid and not being good at fighting, and we're stubborn, so we're gonna keep fucking training. Everyone is here, all the small lords and ladies. My cousin Warren and David, the son of Lord Treeman of Salt Shore, could make it. And Garrus, son of Lord Adamar of the Elbow. Nice. Double downer? Absolutely. Laritza, the daughter of my liege, Lord Paramount Doran, approaches me with a heap of fabric in her arms. As she dumps it on the floor in front of me, I realize it's a heap of clothing for adults. Let's play house together. She is above our rank, so arrogant wouldn't really apply here. We're not cruel. Sure. We got a crush on Laritza Martell. Jesus, she's really capable too. Intelligent. We're playing in the forest when I suddenly find myself all alone. I could have sworn the others were just behind me. Just as I'm about to start screaming so they can find me, not because I'm scared, I stumble across my courtier Una dressed in a black cloak. She's crouching on the ground inspecting some weird-looking plant, comparing it to one depicted in a big black tome open. Shit. Whoa, thank you. God damn. Hunger Pig, thank you for the 13 gifted subs, man. God damn, I appreciate that. Jesus, dude. Love watching these streams. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you enjoy them. It's really nice of you. Appreciate that. I simply don't want to run the errand. It's too boring. I want something worth my time. Even a single second spared on such a mundane task is a second wasted. I could use that second to be training with a sword. Yeah, we'll do that again. We'll make the servant do it, and then we'll go train instead. So we'll fuck off and go do that. We are a little obsessed with the blade. We've got a prowess of 14 though, which is better than a lot of grown adults. Yeah, like we literally, for example, have a higher prowess than Lord Arthur, who's a knight at 13. So I'm hoping we can get Dawn, but we may not get there. It needs to be really high. You have the generous trait. That checks out. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Thank you again. That was the sub goal too. I completely forgot I set a sub goal. Jesus, that was a long time ago. Wasn't that sub goal to do a RimWorld campaign? I think is what I set it for.
Look, you're a simp.
Try to remember.
I'm gonna have to report you back to Kiska.
There's a way to see it. There is. Yeah, that was for a RimWorld campaign. So I will have to set that up in the future. I'll do a single player RimWorld campaign sometime I'll have to figure that out when I get back from vacation. I am streaming more again, so I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that then. Hoi 4 achievements? I could also, instead of doing Hoi 4 achievements, hear me out, Moose. I could shoot myself in the head. That's also an option. Didn't you start watching me when I did that ungodly fucking, like, 18-hour stream trying to get that one achievement? This is so fucking cursed. My Knight Lord Devin has instructed me to clean his armor. We got this again. We're gonna threaten a servant and we're gonna fuck off because we're an arrogant little shit. That's what we're gonna do. We need a new admiral. We'll do Harris Highbow. He was a knight for our father, and our father over. It seems either my knight or the blacksmith did not calculate the price correctly. We don't need money. We're a lord. And we're stubborn, so we'll return it to him. We'll take it back. They're gonna follow Wu Zelius. Yes, asshole, not monster. That's the name of the game with Lord Arthur here. Barring something else, of course. And our prowess is 15. Damn. 8 is our base, though. We got trained in chivalry and we did well. So we are learning chivalric behavior. It's not like we're without honor or anything entirely. We do have it. But yeah, the Torrentine geography is so nice. It's so beautiful. Like, look at this. Deserts in the south. Hilly area with lots of trees, which you can tell they put so much effort into this. You really can. Beautiful mountains that, like, obviously are on the cusp of Dorne before you get to Reach. And then High Hermitage with this river. Like, it is just so pretty. Goddamn. My knight has sent me to tend to his foul-smelling horse. I have to take time out of my day and do my servant's work. I have been told to wash the beast, groom it, feed it, and ensure its saddles shine polished and comfortable. Can't believe I have to do this. Well, we have servants for a reason, don't we? Let's go find one. A lord should be a knight. We have servants to do these things. It's below us. It's not even needed. heart flutters whenever I see her in the castle halls. However, when I approach her with my feelings, this is the second time, just a reminder, she turned me down with a laugh again, crushing my heart again under her feet as she walked away. So we can become chaste or we can become vengeful. I think we're gonna become vengeful. It's what our boy here would do. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'll show her what it means to put me down like that. As I said, giant asshole. I had a great time in the training yard with Lord Devon. He threw all sorts of drills at me, but I was able to keep ahead of them all. It was an exhausting but rewarding day. I think I even impressed Lord Devon. As I'm putting away my training equipment, I overheard Lord Devon telling a page that he was very impressed with me today. He even said it's clear that I've noticeably improved my prowess. Wow, we actually did. Our prowess is all the way up to 18. Damn. Not bad. Maybe it's teaching you how to maintain your horse so you don't have to really rely on others, or you need to get wrecked. That's true, but we wouldn't seem like we know how to clean a horse. It's not like Arthur hasn't been doing this since he was a kid. He knows how. So I think it's more the case of he knows how to do it, and he doesn't want to do the actual job because he thinks it's beneath him. Not that he doesn't know how, you know? Because like we've been like what? We've been a squire for 5 years now, so it's not like we haven't done this 100 times. I'm out walking with Lord Devon when I hear it. A tiny sound, frail and scared. I look all over, under every stone, around every corner, behind every bush, and finally I find it. A small puppy, all alone, sits between two. The dog on the head, he happily wags in the Andorn. So we'll go with that one. Hunger Pig. Sunspot, the Hunger Pig. Laura Blackmon died. She did? Lady Janessa. So the game doesn't start us with a rivalry, but the historical house we do feud with, just a reminder, is House Blackmon. They're old rivals. We used, back in the day, the Kingdom of the Torrentine included the lands of Blackmont, Princess Past, and Sandstone. So we used to own all this. But the Blackmonts we feuded with for 100 little reasons for a long time. It's not like the Brackens or anything like that, but it is still a historical rivalry. For sure. Hell yeah. Appreciate y'all who subs. Really cool of you to do that. You never have to, but I do appreciate it. No, he never did grow into his hairline. He doesn't, I mean, he's got white hair. He looks pretty badass. I'll probably change his hairstyle when we come of age, but no, he doesn't have much of a hairline. So do you like only, because I think I only ever had like 1 or 2 hype trains, like, and it was a long time ago. Do you get like special emotes from them, right? A level 4 hype train emote. I'll be honest, I barely know how they work. But I do appreciate everyone who participated in that. He has his hair tied back in a ponytail. He does, but he is beginning to bald already, I think. Lord Devon, my knight, has sent me on an errand. The errand is nothing noteworthy. It's not even difficult. We'll make a servant do it. We're far too good for that. We have almost come of age. When's our birthday? 3rd moon. We got a ways. We got like another 10 months or so. We've gotten very good at horse riding. So Arthur is a very capable knight. He's a very good fighter. He's got a very good mind for strategy, and he is very good on horseback. So our boy here may be very flawed. He is certainly a very flawed man, but he is also strong, and he's very capable. His obsession with keeping himself safe by learning the sword, it has paid off. So maybe we'll actually be able to wield Dawn. Heraldry again. A field of black nightingales, a striding huntsman in red. It's Karen, Tarley, and Florin again. We did good again. We are getting trained really well. Oh, our maester died. We'll need to send for a new one. We'll send a raven to Old Town. Just as we come of age, too. We grew up with the old one. So we'd be very sorry to see that. The maester I sent for from the Citadel has arrived at Starfall, a Riverlander by the name of Roland. Let us hope he will be loyal and wise. He is diligent, brave, and zealous. A journaler and a novice physician. He is very capable. Good stewardship and good learning. We don't trust him right now at all. Who knows what the maesters from the Citadel are wanting, but we do know he's capable. And he is already working hard in our keep. We'll upgrade our forts again. We can never be safe enough in Starfall. Cousin taken prisoner. I don't think so. Which one was it? Roland the Paladin? You're goddamn right. As Lord Dev and I are walking through the street, we encounter an elderly beggar. The man is all bones and can barely formulate a sentence. My knight looks at me and asks what we should do. Yeah, I don't think so. There's plenty in Starfall. You're almost coming of age. I wonder if Brees remembers the things I put him through when we were both young. Yeah, we bullied the shit out of this dude. Now that he's growing up, however, I need to leave those childish indulgences behind and focus on other things. Fuck. That's worse than having a kid who's bullied. There was an episode of I don't know if any of you watched the TV show Ted Lasso. I got really into it during COVID. I think everyone did, but I've been watching the new season of that. And there was I think the recent episode had the same thing where like Ted Lasso's kid was a bully, which made that made me think like man, if I ever have kids and I found out one of them was a bully, that's way worse than being bullied. Like, Jesus Christ. I couldn't imagine having a kid who did that. Like, how do you deal with that, man? Fuck. I wonder if Leah remembers the things I put her through when we were young. She's the one we kept asking to like be interested in us, and she rejected us. And I guess we bullied her. Again, Arthur Dayne is an absolute dick. I've been entrusted for delivering a message to Brees. I'm told under no circumstance am I to read, open, or give the message to anyone. We're opening it right now. Who knows what Lord Devon is up to? What's the message say? I don't even need to read that event. We're opening it. And we will go for... We're not honorable. I'd like to take chivalry to go fight in tournaments, so we have a higher prowess. No, we'd go through authority is what we would do. Alright, we've come of age. 3 Diplo, so we're absolutely horrible with people. 16 Marshal, so we're really capable militarily. 7 Stewardship, not bad at overseeing our realm, but not very good either. 11 Intrigue, we're very good at plotting. And 7 Learnings, which is solid. We had some... We know how to read and write. We have a basic understanding of histories and heraldry and things like that, but nothing too crazy. We are paranoid, arrogant, stubborn, vengeful. A skilled tactician, reckless. Fuck. A squire, and a trained fighter. Wonderful. And with that, we are going to go pay homage to our liege, Lord Paramount Dorn of Dorn. Should have ran more errands? Oh, absolutely. He absolutely should have. We will bestow gifts. We have gold to give. Servants usher me into Lord Paramount Ariana. Oh, Ariana. Don't worry about it. That'd be common knowledge, though, wouldn't it? It might not be, now that I think about it. He is an arrogant lord. Fuck. Or we could become reclusive. I'm not sure. Both of those, like, do and don't make sense at the same time. Or we can just push past it. The masters would teach it if they knew it. That's true. You are right about that. There was a maester. I'm sure he would have taught us. And he's very... We have a diligent maester. He would be telling us this stuff, I hope. How do you think Dayne and Arthur specifically would think of Reachman? Dislike. I mean, the Marcher Lords were always hated by House Dorn. A high tower to marry. Okay. How close was that? I'm curious about that poll. Not close at all. Reclusive fits with paranoid. It does. Wouldn't he stay focused? I think that makes the most sense here. He's stubborn. Arrogant and stubborn. We'll just push through it and take on more stress. We'll do it that way. To my vassal, I've come to the inexorable conclusion that you truly are the best candidate I have for my open council position. Though it pains me to do so, I am unfortunately obligated to make you Marshal of Dorn. We fucking hate her. A lot. She humiliated us in front of her whole court. So, either we'd say no because we hate her, or we'd say yes so we can go to Sunspear and plot against her. Because we're vengeful.